Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Physics Tricks. So in this video we will be doing 10 questions on current electricity. So in this first question we have, and that is, how many electrons per second pass through a section of wire carrying a current of 0.7 ampere. So over here current we have, and that is equal to charge upon time. That charge, total charge on a body, is integral multiple of the charge on electron divided by time. So number of electron per seconds we want, that is n by t we want. So that is equal to I divided by charge on electron. What is I over here? 0.7. What is the charge on electron? It is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. And if you just solve this, you will get 7 divided by 16 into 10 to the power 19, which is equal to 0.44 into 10 to the power 19 per second. So number of electron per seconds we have is 0.44 into 10 to the power 19 per second. So I hope this is clear. Now the next question we have, a current of 7.5 ampere is maintained in a wire for 45 seconds, right? It is maintained in a wire for 45 seconds. In this time, how much charge and how many electrons flow through the wire? So over here current is given, that is 7.5 ampere, right, which is equal to, we know that charge divided by time. So charge we can find, that is 7.5 into what is the time? 45. So if you just multiply this 7.5 and 45, you will get this is 7.5 times 45, you will get 337.5 coulomb. This is the total charge. How many electrons flow through the wire? So number of electrons we want. So charge, total charge on the body is integral multiple of charge on electron, and that is equal to 337.5. So the number of electrons we have is 337.5 divided by 1.6 into 10 to the power 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. So if you just solve this, you will get 337.5 divided by 1.6, and this is 210.9375 into 10 to the power 19, right? So which is 2.109375 into 10 to the power what is called as 21 electrons, right? So these many electrons are there. So I hope this is clear. Now the next question we have, the amount of work done in bringing a charge of 1.3 into 10 to the power minus 7 coulomb from infinity to a point in an electric field is given. Find the electric potential. So amount of work done in bringing, that is the external work, is given, right? So we have let us suppose the electric field, right? Electric field due to this charge, right? Electric field due to this charge is this one, and this is the infinite point supposed to be. Now whatever amount of work done you have to do on this charge to bring this charge from infinity to given point, that is called as the potential only, isn't it? So potential we have is work done on a unit positive charge. So what is the work done we required? It is 6.5 into 10 to the power minus 5 divided by what is the charge? It is 1.3 into 10 to the power minus 7. So if you just solve this, you will get 5 into 10 to the power 2. So potential we have is 500 volts. At this point we have potential as 500 volt. Now luckily in this case they gave work done by external. That means whatever work we have done, that is stored in the form of what is called as the potential. But if they gave work done by electric field, then in that case you have to change your formula, and it must be work done by conservative by the charge. This formula you have to use. So in general formula I'll give, right? So it is the final potential, which is potential at P minus the potential at infinity. This is valid for potential difference, potential, or whatever it is, right? It is equal to work done by external divided by charge, which is equal to negative of work done by conservative by charge. So if you remember this, you can solve each and every question related to potential difference. Okay, so next problem we have the electric potential at point A is 20 volt. Now it is given electric potential at point A is 20 volt and at point B is minus 40 volt. Find the work done by an external force. Now work done by external force we want, and electrostatic force in moving an electron slowly from B to A. So electron we have to move from B towards A right now. Okay, so over here what is the potential difference? Final potential, that is VA, minus initial potential, that is VB, is equal to work done by external divided by the charge is equal to minus the work done by conservative divided by the charge. So what is VA over here? 20 minus what is VB? Minus 40 is equal to work done by external we want divided by what is the charge on electron? It is minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. So from this, if you just calculate, you will get work done by external, and that is equal to 60 into minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. So which is equal to minus 96 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule. This is the work done by external, and we know that work done by external and the work done by conservative are related with a negative sign. So the work done by conservative, if you want, it is minus 96 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule. So work done by conservative, as you can see, it is plus 96 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule. So this is the work done by conservative and this is the work done by external. So I hope this is clear now. Now next question, as you can see over here, find VBA if 12 joule of work has to be done against an electric field. Now see, here it is given against the electric field right now. So 12 joule of work has to be done against an electric field indicates work done by external is 12 joule. Okay. Electric field, to take a charge 10 to the power minus 12 coulomb. Charge is 10 to the power minus 2 coulomb from A to B. That means VB minus VA, which is VBA. Okay, so VBA is work done by external divided by the charge. So what is work done by external? 12. What is the charge? Minus 2, which is equal to 1200. So over here 1200 volt is the answer. 1200 volt is the answer. So I hope this is clear. It's very simple if you understand the concept, right? So this is the answer we have. Next question, as you can see, a point charge 50 microcoulomb is located in xy plane at the point of position vector given 2i hat plus 3j hat. Okay, now I'll just draw the xy plane over here. So this is the xy plane supposed to be, right? And they give 2i hat plus 3j hat, indicate plus here in the first quadrant. Somewhere here we have a charge of magnitude 50 microcoulomb. Right now 50 microcoulomb given, and the position vector of this from the origin is given, and that is 2i hat plus 3j hat. So r naught bar is equal to 2i hat plus 3j hat. Okay now, and what is the electric field at the point of position vector 8i hat minus 5j hat? So 8i hat minus 5j hat indicates 8 indicates positive x-axis and negative y-axis. So indicates somewhere here. I'll write so over here the position vector they gave, and that is 8i hat and minus 4j hat. So this is r bar given, and that is 8i hat minus 4j hat. Okay now, minus 4j, no, it's 5j hat, 8i hat minus 5j hat. Okay, now we want what is the electric field at this point, right? So electric field at this point P supposed to be. So we have to draw the position vector, right? We have to know what is the distance between this point P and the charge. Okay, now this is the displacement vector, we can say r1 bar, and that is final position vector, that is r bar, minus the initial position vector, that is r naught bar, है ना. R naught bar plus r1 bar is equal to r bar. That is r1 bar is final position vector minus initial position vector. So what is the final position vector over here? 8i hat minus 5j hat minus, what is the initial position vector? 2i hat plus 3j hat. So if you just solve this, you will get 6i hat minus 8j hat. This is the r1 bar. This is the r1 bar. So if you take the magnitude of r1 bar, you will get this as root of x component squared 6 squared plus y component squared, that is minus 8 squared. You will get root of 36 plus 64 root 100, and r1 bar is equal to 10 meters supposed to be. Okay, now what is the electric field, vector form of electric field? It is EP bar is equal to K capital Q divided by R1 cube into R1 bar is equal to, what is K value? 9 into 10 power 9. What is Q value given? 50 microcoulomb. 50 into 10 power minus 6 divided by, what is R1 cube? It is 10 cube given, right? Into, what is R1 bar over here? R1 bar is 6i hat minus 8j hat. So if you just solve this now, you will get this is equal to, this is 10 to the power 3, 10 to the power minus 6, 10 to the power 9 cancel. It is 450 in bracket 6i hat minus 8j hat. Right. So this is the vector form of the electric field we have. This is the vector form of the electric field we have. So I hope this is clear. Right. So for this you need vector knowledge, right? So if you know the basics of vector, you can solve this problem with ease. Okay, chalo, next problem we have. Two free positive charges 4q and q are at a distance L apart. What charge q is needed to achieve equilibrium for the entire system, and where should it be placed from charge q? Okay, so charge q is placed and the charge 4q is placed at a L distance apart, right? So distance between these two is given, and that is L. That is L. Okay, now what charge q is needed to achieve equilibrium for the entire system? Now we want the entire system must be in the equilibrium. Okay, so if we place the charge somewhere at a distance of x from small q supposed to be, right? This is capital Q. Then this distance must be L minus x, isn't it? L minus x. So over here, if we consider supposed to be capital Q as positive charge, right? If we consider capital Q as the positive charge, then what will happen? Due to 4q on capital Q, there will be a repulsion. Due to small q on capital Q, there will be a repulsion. And yes, on capital Q, equilibrium is possible. If capital Q is positive, on capital Q, equilibrium is possible. On capital Q, equilibrium is possible. Now we'll check on small q equilibrium. Equilibrium means, yes, equilibrium means net force on that object must be equal to 0 Newton. Net force on that object must be equal to 0 Newton, isn't it? So on this capital Q, if I place it at a distance x from small q in such a way that the force due to small q and the force due to 4q are equal in magnitude, opposite direction. So yes, it is possible to have the equilibrium for capital Q. On small q, if you consider, on small q, due to capital Q there is a repulsion, and due to 4q also there is a repulsion. So the equilibrium on small q is not possible. If capital Q is positive, on small q, equilibrium is not possible. They want everything is in equilibrium, right? So on small q equilibrium is not possible indicates on 4q also equilibrium is not at all possible. So that means q must be negative. So therefore you can write, therefore for the system to be in equilibrium, capital Q must be negative. Capital Q must be what? Negative. Okay. Now this is Q we have. At L distance we have 4Q. The distance between Q and 4Q is L, and we are placing capital Q, which is negative, at a distance of X. Now we'll check. It is L minus X. Now we'll check. On this small q, due to negative charge there is a attraction, and due to 4q there is a repulsion. So possible, equilibrium possible. Due to small q there will be a attraction, and due to 4q there will be attraction. So here also it is possible. That indicates, yes, this charge must be negative charge. Okay, this charge must be negative charge. Now we'll calculate what is called as the magnitude. Firstly, what is this distance we'll calculate. So force due to small q, we can write k small q capital Q divided by x squared must be equal to force due to 4q, that is k capital Q 4q divided by L minus x whole squared. L minus x whole squared. So therefore we can write, this is capital Q, this is small q, this is capital Q, this small q, small k get cancelled, and we'll have 1 by x squared is equal to 4 by L minus x whole squared. So if you take the square root, you will get 1 by x is equal to 2 divided by L minus x. So from this, L minus x is equal to 2x. So 3x is equal to L. So L must be, sorry, x must be L divided by 3, so that the capital Q will be in equilibrium. So this x we have is L divided by 3. Okay, now on this small q we'll consider the equilibrium for small q. Now for small q, due to 4q we have k q 4q divided by L squared must be equal to, and due to capital Q we have k capital Q into small q divided by L divided by 3 whole squared. So k small q get cancelled. So from this it is q divided by L square by 9 is equal to 4q divided by L square. So this L square get cancel. 9 capital Q is equal to 4 small q. Capital Q we have is 4 by 9 small q. 4 by 9 small q. So I hope this is clear now. 4 by 9 small q. We have this capital Q as 4 small q divided by 9 with a negative sign, right now. So 4 by 9 q with negative sign at a distance of L by 3 we have to put, right? So I hope this is clear. So this all things are very simple if you understand the concept. So each and every point whatever I told in this is very important. Okay, so next problem, two balls with charges given 5 microcoulomb, 10 microcoulomb are at a distance of 1 meter from each other. In order to reduce the distance between them to 0.5 meter, the amount of work to be performed is, okay, so firstly 5 microcoulomb and 10 microcoulomb, they are placed at a distance of what is called as the 1 meter. Now we have to reduce the distance between them by half. So 5 microcoulomb and the 10 microcoulomb, must be at a distance of 0.5 meter. Okay, so what is the work we have to do in this case? So work done, we know that work done by external is change in potential energy. What is the change in potential energy? Final potential energy minus initial potential energy. What is the final potential energy of the system? K Q1 Q2 divided by R1 minus initial potential energy is K Q1 Q2 divided by R2. So we have the work done by external is equal to K Q1 Q2 in bracket 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. So what is K over here? 9 into 10 to the power 9. What is Q1? 5 into 10 to the power minus 6. What is Q2? 10 into 10 to the power minus 6. 1 by R1. Finally we have 0.5 minus 1 by 1. So which is equal to 45 into 10 to the power minus 12 minus 11, and this is 10 to the power minus 2. In bracket this is 2 minus 1, so you will get this as 45 into 10 to the power minus 2, which is 0.45 joule of work we have to do on the system. That is option D is the correct option over here. So I hope this is clear, right? So everything is important over here. Yes, work energy theorem is important, right? Work done by external, work done by conservative, work done by non-conservative, everything is equal to change in kinetic energy, right? So I hope this is clear. Next problem we have three small conducting spheres each of radius a, so radius a given, and charge is q, so charge is q given, is placed at the corners of an equilateral triangle indicates angle 60 degree. The side length is L is considerably larger than the dimensions of the sphere, right? So whatever the radius we have, right? Sorry, this radius is given A and this side length is L. So these are the radius and this is the side length is L. Okay now, okay. The dimensions of the sphere, the electrical potential energy of the system. Now electrical potential energy we want. So electrical potential energy is very simple. It is U is equal to, due to first two charges Q1 Q2 divided by R1, then due to Q1 Q3 charge R2 plus due to Q2 Q3 charge R3. So we have what is called as KQ square common, 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3, but over here R1, R2, R3 are same, so KQ squared divided by 3 KQ squared divided by R is L, so which is equal to 3 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q squared, 3 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q squared into 1 by L we have. So it is very simple now. It will be the option B we have. And the last two questions over here, and these are the determine the ratio Q1 by Q2 as lines of forces of 2 point charges are shown in the figure. So see, charge is directly proportional to number of field lines. Okay now, number of field lines over here. So from this charge, how many field lines are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 charges are 18 field lines are there. So Q1 is directly proportional to 18. Then on Q2, 1 2 3 4 5 6, only 6. So Q2 is directly proportional to 6. If you take Q1 divided by Q2, you will get 18 by 6, which is 3. So what is the answer? Option B we have. In the given figure, electric lines of force diagram is shown. Then we want what is the relation between EA, EB and EC. EA, EB and EC. So over here, EA, if you take the sphere, the circle at this point, same circle if you take at this point, same circle if you take at this point, and same circle if you take at C point. So we have, as you can see, EA, in EA only one field line is there, in EB three field lines are there. So the EB is greater than EA, we can write EB is greater than EA, we can write, isn't it? And over here EC, in EC also only one field line is there. So we can say that EA is equal to EC, EA is equal to EC. So we can write EB is greater than EC. EB is greater than EC. So indicates EA is lesser than EB and EC is lesser than EB. So over here only one option satisfies, and that is option D.